Hello and welcome. In this lecture, we're going to create a new project, create a new test level, and set it as the default map. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so first of all, open up the project browser, and we're going to create a new third-person template project, which is also going to be a C++ project. We're going to name this Obstacle Assault. Make sure to place this in a folder location that you like, and also make sure that OneDrive or any other cloud service isn't trying to sync this. So once the project is created, we're going to have the default third-person template, which is going to be perfect for the game that we're trying to make. Visual Studio is also going to open up. If you get this configuration file, you can just uncheck Show on Startup and then exit out of it. You can see that we have a brand new project here. You can take a look at the source files. Inside of Unreal, in this lecture, we're going to create a new level or a new map that we're going to use to test our game before we switch over to the main level. To do that, first of all, we're going to understand how the content management or the file management is done inside of the Unreal Engine. If you take a look at the bottom left, there is a button called Content Drawer. If you click on that, this small pop-up window is going to come up. And this is essentially like the file explorer that you have inside of your operating system. It's going to show us all the files we have in this project. On left, we have an overview of all the folders we have in the project. And on the right side, we can see all of the files inside of these folders as well. You can see that the topmost folder is called All. And inside of that, we have a content and a C++ classes folder. These are rather self-explanatory. C++ classes store all of the C++ classes that we created, and the content has all of the assets like static meshes, materials, particle effects, everything that we're going to learn in the course. Inside of the content folder, we're going to create our own folder to store the maps and the assets that we're going to create for this game. So while you have the content folder selected, right-click anywhere, go to New Folder. That is going to create a new folder, and we're going to give it a name, which is going to be My Stuff. You can double click on it to open it up, and everything that we create for this game, all the assets will be stored here. If you click on anywhere in the viewport or in the editor, the content drawer is going to go away. If you want it to stay on the screen at all times, you can click on this Dock in Layout button, which is going to dock it so that you can always see it. Now we're going to learn how to create a new map or a new level. There's a few different ways to do this, but the best way is to go to the File menu up here, click on New Level. That is going to open up this window, and from here we can pick a template. In this case, we're going to go with the basic one, which is going to have all of the essential actors that we need to create a simple level. So pick that and click on Create. That is going to create a new level with the basic template. If you take a look at the outliner, you can see that, like I said, it has all of the essentials. A player start, there's a floor, which is a static mesh, essentially just a 3D model with collision so that we can stand on it. And then we have these actors here that create the clouds, the lighting, and everything else that we have. Let's play the game and test how it looks like. And you can see that this is going to be a great level for us to test the game while we're developing it. The problem right now is that this level is not saved into the content browser. You can see that the name here is untitled. We need to go into File and click on Save Current Level. We can also use the Ctrl+S shortcut. We're going to pick the My Stuff folder that we created, and we're going to give it a name, which is going to be Test Level or Test Map. Let's click on Save. And inside of the content browser, now we have the map asset saved into our file system. Awesome. So that's great, but right now, if we exit out of the Unreal Editor and open this project back up again, we're going to start off with the third-person templates map, not the one that we just created. To change that, we need to go into the Edit menu, go into Project Settings. Inside of the settings, we're going to go into Maps and Modes. And in here, we're going to change Editor Startup Map and Game Default Map. Editor Startup Map is going to determine which map is loaded when the editor starts up, and Game Default Map is going to determine which map the game starts off with. For now, we're going to set both of these to be test level. And later on, when we create the main level with all of the assets, we're going to switch this to that one. That's all we have to do here. And now when we open the editor, it's going to start off inside of this map or this level. For your challenge, I want you to go ahead and create your own test level, set it as a default, and also save it into your file system. Pause the video, give the challenge a go, and come back when you're done. Great, so now we have this test level that we can use while we're learning the C++ basics, while we're creating our moving and rotating platforms, and when everything is done, we can switch over to the main level.